Hello, guys. How are you doing today? Welcome to Learn English Stone. In today's long English story, you will listen to a romantic and educational journey that will help you improve your English listening, vocabulary, and pronunciation skills. This story is called The Coffee Shop Across the Street, a love story in English. It's a slow and sweet romance told in simple and clear English. This story is designed to help you enjoy English while listening to a meaningful and emotional story. Let's begin the journey of Emily and Ethan. Emily lived on the third floor of a quiet apartment building in the city. Her window looked out onto the street below, and across that street was a small coffee shop called Bean and Leaf. Every morning, she sat by the window with a cup of tea, looking at the world outside before starting her online classes. She was an art student, quiet, thoughtful, and a little shy. She liked routines. She liked knowing what came next. But one thing made her mornings more interesting: the man who worked in the coffee shop. He always arrived before 7 a.m. He unlocked the door, turned on the lights, and began setting up the tables. He moved calmly, like he had done it 1,000 times. Emily didn't know his name, but she started calling him the coffee shop guy in her mind. Some days he wore a beanie. Other days, a white shirt with rolled-up sleeves. He always looked calm, peaceful, kind. Emily wondered about him. She started drawing him in her sketchbook. First, his face, then the way he walked, then the way he laughed with customers. But she never went inside, not even once. One rainy afternoon, Emily sat by her window sketching again. Her tea was getting cold. Across the street, the coffee shop guy looked up. For the first time, their eyes met. Emily froze. He smiled and waved. She quickly smiled back and looked down at her sketchbook. The next morning, she found something strange. A white napkin was taped to the coffee shop's window, facing the street. On it, written in black marker, were the words, "Hi, I see you too." Emily's heart raced. Was it for her? She laughed nervously and blushed. That evening, she wrote something on a yellow sticky note and placed it on her window. "I like your coffee shop." The next day, another napkin appeared. "I like your smile." They didn't speak. They wrote. For 2 weeks, their napkin note conversation continued. One note changed everything. "My name's Ethan. What's yours?" Emily stared at it. Then she wrote back, "Emily." The next day's note, "Emily, that's a beautiful name." She smiled for the rest of the day. That evening, she wrote a longer note. "I like drawing. I'm an art student. You?" The next napkin, "I run this coffee shop with my brother. I like music and coffee, of course." She laughed. Every note felt like a spark. Finally, one note said, "Would you like to come in sometime?" Emily held the note for a long time. She was nervous. What if it was awkward? But the next day, she opened her apartment door, crossed the street, and pushed open the coffee shop door. The bell above the door rang. Ethan looked up. "Emily?" he asked. She nodded. "Hi." He smiled. "Hi." That was all, but it was perfect. They talked for 2 hours about books, Music, art, coffee. He gave her a free latte. She gave him a small drawing she made of the coffee shop. From that day on, Emily came to Bean and Leaf every morning. She brought her sketchbook. Ethan made her special drinks, never the same 2 days in a row. He called them art drinks. She drew on napkins and left them on the counter. Sometimes funny, sometimes thoughtful. Customers started noticing their connection. They smiled, whispered. Emily and Ethan didn't care. It felt like something real was growing. One morning, the shop was quiet. Ethan picked up a guitar from behind the counter. He played softly. Emily listened, eyes wide. The song was slow, soft, beautiful. "Did you write that?" she asked. He nodded. "It's yours now." She didn't know what to say, so she just whispered, "Thank you." Not every day was perfect. One day, Emily didn't come. Ethan waited, worried. The next day, she came in, eyes red. "My painting got rejected," she said. "A big gallery said no." Ethan made her tea. No coffee that day. Then he gave her a small envelope. Inside was a note. "Your art matters, even if others can't see it yet." She cried, but they were soft tears, healing tears. She whispered, "Thank you." Spring arrived. The neighborhood held an art and music festival. Ethan convinced Emily to show her work. She was scared, but he helped her set up her corner. Framed sketches, napkin drawings, portraits of the coffee shop. People loved them. One customer said, "These feel alive." Ethan stood beside her, proud. At the end of the day, Emily sold 7 pieces. "I couldn't have done it without you," she said. "You already did," Ethan replied. "I just watched." That evening, the festival lights twinkled across the street. They closed the coffee shop together. The street was quiet. Ethan stood close. Emily felt her heart beat faster. "Can I?" he asked softly. She nodded. He kissed her. Warm, gentle, perfect. Emily closed her eyes and smiled. The moment felt like a painting. Months passed. Emily graduated. Her art grew. She started selling online. Ethan expanded the coffee shop, added a reading corner and a music night every Friday. They were still the same, quiet, simple, kind. Every morning, Emily still looked out her window, but now she waved to the man she loved, and he waved back, always with a smile. Thank you for listening to The Coffee Shop Across the Street, a love story in English. We hope this story helped you practice English and feel something warm in your heart. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more long, slow English stories. Comment, what part of Emily and Ethan's story did you love the most? Learn English Zone. Stories that speak to your heart.